Okay, so on your sheet of notebook paper, please write problem number 2, which is going to be 6x plus 9y. And we're going to practice factoring this out by finding the greatest common factor of 6 and 9. So I would like for you to pause, see if you can figure it out, and then check back in to see if you got it correct. The greatest common factor of 6 and 9 would be 3. So I would have 3 groups of, and then I ask myself what times 3 would equal 6. So that means I have 3 groups of 2x plus, and again I ask myself what how many groups of 3 would it be to get me to 9? 3y. So 6x plus 9y is the same as 3 groups of 2x plus 3y. Again, as a visual, you can see the 6x's, if they were like this, and then the 9y's, it's going to be a little bit longer. That's 6x plus 9y, or we could rearrange those into 3 groups of 2x's and 3y's. So I could do xx, and then y, because I said so. 2x's, 3y's, 2x's, 3y's. So here's our 3 groups here. That is the same as having 6x's, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 9y's, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So the same amount, just again, gives us some different options here. So now I'm going to give you a couple more that I want you to write down and try to factor out on your own. So we have 24b plus 8. So let's try 24b plus 8. Again, look for the greatest common factor of 8 and 24. Whoops, what happened here? The greatest common factor of 24 and 8, and pull that out. So push pause until you are able to find the distributed factored version of this expression. All right, hopefully you figured out that 24 and 8 both have eight as their greatest common factor. So 8 would be pulled out. I asked myself, how many groups of 8 does it take to get 24? And that would be 3 B's. And then this one's a little tricky. What times 8 would equal 8 plus 1 group of 1's. So this one should have been 8 groups of 3B plus 1. Again, you can check those by distributing your groups of 8 back out. 8 groups of 3B would be 24 B's. 8 groups of 1 would be 8. For number 4, we have the problem 3C plus 11C equals. Now on this one, what makes it tricky is 3 and 11 do not have any common factors. The thing that 3C and 11C have in common is C. So we're actually going to pull C out, and then we will have 3 plus 11. Again, we can check that by distributing that group of C back out. C groups of 3 would be 3C. 11 groups of C would be 11C. So this could be kind of helpful in that right now we're kind of stuck because we have 3C plus 11C. We can't move beyond that. But here we have C and 3 plus 11, 2 constants. So we could simplify that to make it 14 C's. So that's how this is helpful when it comes to algebra, because here we could be kind of stuck, but here we could go ahead and combine those like terms to get 14 groups of C. Okay, So now we've done several of those. So next what I would like you to do is I would like for you to try on your sheet of notebook paper these following problems. Get through as many as you can. You are applying the distributive property to write an equivalent expression. So you're looking for those greatest common factors either between the constants, or sorry, the coefficients, or sometimes it could be even the actual variable that you could pull out, like the examples we just did. When you finish those, please bring them to the front and check your answers up at the front. Okay, if you are back with me now, it means you have done exercises A through H and you have come up and checked those answers at the front. And now we are going to move on to the next set, which is evaluate each of the expressions below. So now we're combining what we've learned the last 4 days with the order of operations and substitution method to find out, are these really the same process? So on your paper it should look like you should write the problem 6x plus 21y first, and then you should use the substitution method to rewrite the problem 6 times 3 plus 21 times 4, and then you should use order of operations to solve that problem. And then you should do the same thing with this problem, 3 groups of 2x plus 7y. So you should rewrite that 3 groups of 2 times 3, because x equals 3, plus 7 times 4. And then you should solve that problem. And hopefully you will get the same answers for both, because that is the point of the distributive property. After you complete 2A, go ahead and solve 2B on your paper as well, and come and show that to me when you are finished. Okay, should you finish all of those problems and still have time left in class, please go to your Khan Academy account, and there should be some distributive videos to watch and exercises to practice there. Those are available if you want to do them in class, or if you don't get to them and you want to do them at home, that is an option as well. They are not something that is required. It's just another layer of support and practice should you need that. Have a good day.